Welcome to Taco Bonsai. Today we will be teaching you how to start a lawnmower with your feet. Just kidding, we're not going to do that. Today I'm just going to get this thing, I just did a little slip pot a couple days ago. Today we're going to get this into its bonsai pot. So I've decided that the pot that I got from JMA is a good one for this. Is it the perfect one? I don't know, but I really like it. I like this tree, and I think it's the best fit I've got. Because it's glazed on the inside, I'm not going to be putting a conifer in there. And I think some of my trees, bumping stuff. Some of my trees suit circles, some of my trees suit squares. The only tree I might have put in here has just been repotted at the end of last summer. I don't think it wise to repot it that much. Ooh, dirt in my eye. In such a short period of time, it really just needs to grow for another year or two, fill that pot before I repot it, if not more. It's got room, not a lot of room. That other one, this one will have a lot of room, so I might be able to leave this one for a long time. So I think I got out most of the top dressing and stuff. I am going to save this for a later date, just not in this container because I don't need it in this container. I only have a good container to put it in, unfortunately. So I'm going to use I think it was a takeout container. Dump it in here, and who knows. Unfortunately, when it comes down to it, sometimes I get a collected tree or something that I need, like funky soil like this. So I'll save that. And this is that pot. This is what's going to go in. This is steel wire, so it's not the best for tying down, but I think I do need to do some tying down, and I kind of need to pick a front. So I like this as the front, which is funny because all of the height is in the back. Tilt that a little bit. The other potential front would be, of course, like this, I think. Not like that. I think that gives me a lot of good movement. You get the movement down low, movement up top. I don't love that this tilts that far. I don't like it like that because this trunk kind of just hides the rest of the cool tree. I think when it comes down to it, what I want is for it to be kind of there. Maybe that. Is that the one I picked? Oh, it's a tough tree to front, I guess you would say. I think that's the best. I mean, it's going to do some growing. Just notice now, there's one root crossing all the way across. That's got to go. Good thing I did this, right? That does not need to be doing that. That is a bad root. Ooh. There's feature roots and there's things like that. Which are just utter garbage. And I'm glad I did that because I've got actual trunk swell underneath of that. Oh, see? Yeah, so it actually flares out there a little bit nice. So now I can turn it this way. A little more uncovering here. Yeah. And I've got another crossing root here that I've got to take off. So, a little more complicated than I thought it was going to be. I was just going to be quick slip pot. Boy, was I wrong. All right, this one circles all the way around to maybe farther than that, but at least to there. Dang. Can't believe I left it in there the whole time. Put it right here. All right. The irony is it actually has a good root that comes off of that as well, but to know now that that's no longer going to kill the tree in the next, couple weeks here, that's very good. All right. All right, we're in good shape. I'll reevaluate one more time because the roots do look really good from here. That's a big root that comes out. You get some flare there. That might be the widest part. So, you know what? It's a pot. You can go back and forth, but I think it's best a little bit off to the side there. So now that it's there, I'm going to do this the sort of right way. So this is my anchor. I'm going to take this, bend it over. I really hope that I do not break this pot doing this, considering this is steel wire. I'm going to turn it towards me so I can access it better. I'm going to grab, pull, and, and twist. And yes, I already have a little bit of soil in here. Grab and twist. All right, that's not going anywhere. Just go ahead and take it off. Let's see if that, nope, these are not the right ones for that. This is some serious wire. Very serious wire. It's kind of the thing about steel. It's very difficult to manipulate regardless. So there we go. That's something, right? Just bend that down. That'll be a fun one to get out of the pot. We're going to start filling in. This is new bonsai soil. This has not been used before because this thing is going to be in here for an awfully long time. No, it's not a finished tree, but I know I don't want to take it out of this pot for a while. It's got a long, long time till it needs to be repotted. I do have some roots here that kind of stick up, so those are going to go. Sure, don't leave the dead roots behind. Here's a really cool pot. Thank you, JMA. I'll have to look and see if there's a name on the Etsy page to tell me what your name is. But fantastic, fantastic. Really happy with this pot already. I haven't really done much with it, but I'm very, very happy with it. Like, you haven't even finished potting it up yet. You're already like hyped. I'm actually really hyped over this. This is a really beautiful pot. And even though I've been kind of, fiddling with bonsai, doing bonsai for a while, it doesn't mean that I've been putting bonsais in a nice pot. Doesn't mean I've been developing trees to the state where I am now. Now that I'm better able to document, it's a lot easier to stay organized and actually do this the right way. So that's a big plus as far as the YouTube stuff. Really good for documenting. Really easy to see what I've already done and what I need to do. Really, really nice. Ooh, some of these roots are just all over the place, so I'm gonna struggle. This one comes sideways. I don't know where it comes from. I don't need sideways roots, and this one comes up a little bit. So much easier to see. That's in this pot too. Now that I'm pieing it in a actual somewhat lasting position, I can actually scrutinize these things better. Before I was just putting top dressing on, making sure it didn't dry out before I got the final pot, and I knew it was coming the day after, coming days. This is a really good introduction to both of these if I was just to do this one. I could just skip the introductory episode for both and just do this. All right, almost there. Why this is loose. There's a lot of room for this to grow, which is nice. Forgive me, JMA. I did redo the tie downs for the screens. They just were loose. They shifted around, so I just made them a little bit wider. I think you assumed that someone who would get this pot would do that anyways, so I'm not holding against you. Just, I don't know if I showed that I'd redone those. They didn't look as good as when you sent it. So anyone looking at this, don't judge those tie downs based off the way I did them, because they don't look very pretty. They just made me feel a little more confident about any kind of movement that may have occurred, so I can keep the stuff from going through. His or her, whoever it was, their tie downs were great, beautiful. I was just nervous. And sometimes being nervous, it feels good just to do something like that. All right. So, nice little pot up. I know this tree is going to have to be even harder pruned, but I think I've done as much as I'm comfortable doing for now. And it is ready to get some water and go outside. So, I will grab my watering can and water it down. Ooh. I've had this watering can for so long, watering plastic, whatever you want to call it, that yes, the price tag is still on there, but to buy this now is not $5 like it used to be. It's more expensive than that in my area, at least. All right, here we go, watering it down. This part is so great. If this is your first time joining me, I'm Taco. This is my YouTube channel for documenting and hopefully teaching me and you a little bit more about bonsai. Regionally, people pronounce it bonsai, bonsai. I kind of hit right in the middle, say bonsai. Kind of interpret it both ways. No one knows what I'm talking about when I say bonsai. Well, I think that's the correct pronunciation of it. Yeah, so I made this channel to document everything I'm doing, which so far has been good to me. Feel a little bit of moisture too, because it doesn't have foliage on it yet. Even if it did, I think it's good to keep the bark a little bit wet. It's going to be going outside anyway, so it doesn't matter. Put my stake out of there. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you to JMA for a gorgeous pot. Sure, still got battery in my mic. Still got battery in my mic because I missed the tree altogether. For a gorgeous pot and the accent that goes with it. I'm not going to put it in this pot. And my reasoning for that is I want it to be nice. I don't want to mess it up. If it is going to be used as a display accent, it'll be separate. For now, I think this guy, yeah, is going to be the perfect pot for this. I'm really glad I didn't have this tree when I bought this pot. I didn't have this pot when I bought this tree. It worked out great. Oh man, really happy with this. I think it'll do really well. It's a root, but that's okay. We can have a little bit of root sticking up. Use like half a bag of the bonsai mix too, which is funny. But that's kind of how it goes. For anyone wondering, if you think you're watering too much on the first water, you're probably not. What's nice, and I think Candace explained it well from Bonsai Science, that when you water, you're filling it up with water, and that water, when it drains out, is sucking in air behind it. So you have a wet surface with basically aeration to it. Not air, but aeration. And you've got solids, solubles actually, that the tree can use for nutrients. It can use to grip to. Your roots need to grip something. Bonsai soil drains so nicely. You want to make sure that everything is out of there, all the fines. All right, so that wasn't a whole bucket of water, but it's all draining out the bottom. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, most of that water is no longer in here. See, it's still coming out pretty fast, but that is exactly what you want. Want it all drain, and that is, I think, I mean, look at that pot. Just like gorgeous. So gorgeous. I do actually do this. I don't know if it's the correct thing to do, but yeah, I'm kind of just high on success right now. It's a beautiful, beautiful pot. Very happy with the pot up. Very happy with the tree. It's got some buds on it. I've never seen this tree. It's an Einstein shrub or something like that. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Have a great day.